President Trump arriving in Qatar this morning, his second stop in a trip focused on strengthening business ties with wealthy Gulf states.
And now we can work in the highest capacity, and we'll bring peace.
It comes amid controversy over the Qatari government's not yet finalized offer of a luxury jet gifted to the Pentagon to serve as Air Force One, then transferred to the Trump Presidential Library at the end of his term.
I thought it was a beautiful gesture. Now, there are those that say we shouldn't be accepting gifts to the Defense Department, and I would say only a stupid person would say that.
A growing number of Republicans raising concerns about accepting a $400 million foreign gift and the costly upgrades needed for national security.
There are lots of issues around that I think will attract very serious questions if and when it happens.
That as President Trump met with leaders from the Gulf Cooperation Council in Saudi Arabia earlier this morning.
Incredible opportunities are within reach for this region.
On Tuesday, announcing the Saudis are set to buy $142 billion worth of American military equipment, part of a promised $600 billion investment in the U.S., while pushing Iran
I want to make a deal with Iran
to abandon its nuclear program.
They cannot have a nuclear weapon.
President Trump also meeting today with Syria's new president and ending sanctions.
In order to give them a chance at greatness.
At the urging of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince.
Oh, what I do for the Crown Prince.
Hanging over the trip, major real estate projects the Trump organization led by the president's sons is developing in the countries he's visiting as he presses for deals for the U.S. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Good day from Doha, the second stop in the president's multi-country Middle Eastern tour. Here in Qatar, there is so much focus on the issue of that plane. The government here offering to gift a $400 million aircraft made by Boeing, but owned by the Qatari government to the president for use by the Department of Defense as a new Air Force One. President Trump has defended his desire to receive this gift. Of course, at issue, a ban in the Constitution on kings and foreign leaders giving valuable gifts to an American president and the U.S. government. Concerns about the ethical breaches there. President Trump says he needs a better, newer Air Force One and that the Boeing company has not delivered one yet. So that is certainly an issue we're following while here. After his first stop in Saudi Arabia, a big focus on economic development, with the Saudis pledging to invest in the United States, to buy military equipment, and American companies having opportunities in the Middle East. The president is also talking about world affairs, saying that he is tracking what's going on in Turkey, where the war in Ukraine is at the bargaining table with Putin and Zelensky planning to meet. The president is also talking about a change in Syria, lifting sanctions by the U.S. now that there is a new government in place after the regime was deposed. And he's also expressing concerns about Iran and its influence in this region and its nuclear ambitions. We're following all of it, traveling with the president in Doha. I'm Kelly O'Donnell, NBC News.